effective cost spending. My opponent's claims were California prisons are overcrowded, but releasing the prisoners will not save money. Public safety is a concern, and third, felons cannot find jobs in the workforce. California prisons are overcrowded, however, due to a critical budget deficit. Releasing inmates could save money and alleviate crowding. Two solutions from this current law. My opponent failed to mention any other solutions that would have come from keeping inmates in. It seems like that the situation that was there before, keeping inmates in, would have kept the current problem steady, meaning more money and more of a deficit in years to come. Building additional cells would cost the state even more and would only alleviate overcrowding by a little bit. An article, Don Thompson, Associated Writer, 2009, the head of California prison system said that he will soon ask state legislators to approve expanding 3 prisons to hold an additional 2,800 inmates, adding to what already is the nation's largest prison system. The construction projects would be the first to draw money for an $8 billion bond measure passed 2 years ago. That's an expansion of 2,800 inmates, and currently the prison system is only designed to hold 100,000, and we're over a capacity of about 160,000. The Legislative Analyst Office, a nonpartisan office which provides fiscal and policy information, from 2009 states the current California budget deficit stands at $20.7 billion. Adding $8 billion in expansion is about 38% of the current budget deficit. By continuing to expand prisons in response to overcrowding, it's not going to bring any financial relief anytime soon. Again, continuing to overspend and expand these jails is not the answer. Transferring inmates to out-of-state prisons does nothing to relieve these expenses. It only alleviates overcrowding. Transferring prisoners may cost more money to taxpayers with new costs of transportation and other costs as well. Problems like new lawsuits may and have presented themselves on behalf of families of inmates that were transferred. An article by Raj Jayadev, Metro Newspapers, 2007, the ACLU filed a lawsuit against the Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation to stop what the ACLU called an unlawful transfer policy. These transfers, again, seem like an easy solution, but California continues to fund these transfers with taxpayer money, providing little to no savings to the state. My opponent talks about the problem with inmates and releasing them early and the threat to public safety. However, California has public safety as the #1 priority. This is why emergency services, just as police department and fire department, are least affected by financial cuts. Sacramento News Channel 10 reports in a 2010 report. In the 2010 budget proposal, Sacramento Unified School District faces a $30 million budget reduction, as opposed to Sacramento Police Department faces a $15 million budget cut. It's a bit of an over-exaggeration to say that California values the money more than its own public citizens, and it certainly won't put them in any immediate danger. Inmates are always supervised. They are not simply released and in a good luck sort of don't do it again kind of manner. Inmates are not simply let out the gate to do as they please, as many of them are tracked either by the state or private companies. A company called SCRAM, an alcohol monitoring system which monitors parole activity, reports since 2005 it has replaced incarceration with community supervision for 85,000 alcohol offenders, saving the correction industry over $400 million. In addition to this, those released must pay for their own monitoring, and that saves taxpayer money. Again, many of these inmates are released and under parole supervision. But again, yes, there's always a chance of repeat. However, with the introduction of these new private companies, that lowers the rate of that. There is a difference between violent and nonviolent offenders, and those nonviolent offenders are the ones that are released. Darrell Steinberg, Senate President of California, said, "We want to keep violent criminals off our street and off our communities, and this reform package is necessary to do that, because it concentrates our incarceration efforts on the violent criminals and ensures the nonviolent offenders have more contact with parole officers." The third point I'm going to respond to from my opponent is convicted felons will have the opportunity to be responsible contributors to society, the very goal prison system was put in to accomplish. Those released do have plenty of opportunities to find work. Is it difficult? Yes. However, the opportunities are there and mostly are state funded. The National Hire Network, California Employment and Development Department, offers over 5 options. I'm going to name about 3. One is the federal bonding program, which provides fidelity bonding insurance coverage to individuals with criminal histories and other high-risk job applicants who are qualified but fail to get jobs because regular commercial bonding is denied due to their backgrounds. A second program to put in is the Work Opportunity Tax Credit. This is a federal tax credit to reduce the federal tax liability of private for-profit employers to be used as an incentive for employers to hire individuals from target groups such as ex-felons and high-risk youth. The third is a work release furlough program. It is available to most inmates in the California Department of Corrections system. Inmates who have been convicted of sex offenses, violent offenses, and high-level drug offenses are not eligible. Eligible participants must be 12 to 16 months away from release on parole. Participants are permitted out of the facility during the day for paid work experience but must return to a minimum security facility at night. Options are available for those related, so it's not so much of a go look for work and good luck scenario. One of the real problems is that a better release programs are needed. Currently, there are almost no program release for these inmates that are currently released to ease their way into society after a long term. The California Governor's Office website states that the Governor will introduce a proposal to create secure parole re-entry facilities to house inmates for a transitional period before they are released from prison. These facilities will focus on reducing recidivism by providing inmates with mental health, drug and alcohol, life skills, and professional counseling prior to their release. Currently, prisoners receive almost no preparation for release, increasing the likelihood that they will violate parole, commit crimes, and create more victims. Those programs are needed to lower the chance of offense.